very confident. You heard the last answer. Before the call disconnected, what did you hear me say?
No.
Do they take pictures there?
No.
So you were supposed to get your pictures taken?
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25.
You're going to go to these people tomorrow, and you already know you have to show proof that the ticket is purchased. Did you even ask Rika?
She already sent it to me. I already printed it.
She already printed it? When she printed it?
I said I printed it.
Where?
What do you mean?
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
I said I printed it out. Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
A first down throw for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw that.
Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 29 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Giants 7, Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, this second quarter for them, it's been an offensive explosion.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter, and now after that score, 2 touchdowns right here, as you mentioned, in the second quarter. Loving what they're doing, and it tells you a little bit about patience, doesn't it? It's not always adjustments. It's not always just, you know, hey, we've got to do something different. Sometimes do your game plan just a little bit better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Throwing Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First down, New York.
Hey, Zoo.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Cousins on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On first down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now a give right side. It's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, and that will force a turnover on downs. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Again, it's Cook. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Cousins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You're not right now.
On fourth down, Jones. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones going to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Following the interception, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. Well, they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the sport.